Okay, so you have a lot of fragrances and you're also planning to buy even more. But how many of your fragrances do you really love wearing? And how many will you repurchase when they're empty? Well, today I'm giving you 5 very popular fragrances in my collection that I won't buy again. And also 5 that I definitely will. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to another video. Hope that it is great with you that are watching this video right now. With me it's fine, but as you see here in the background, the weather is not the most flattering this time of year here in Sweden. Try to make it the best of this great situation we've got going here. But today, guys, I'm going to tell you about 5 fragrances that I won't repurchase, that are very popular in general, designer fragrances, and 5 that I definitely will repurchase in the nearby future when the juice is running low. So without further ado, let's go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, almost a year later, back in the same place as last year when I did my top 10 autumn fragrances, I think, was this place. It's very calming to come to your old childhood environments and just to relax for a bit now and then and do a video outside in the nature. Because we want to start this video on a light-hearted and positive way, I think I will start with the positive fragrances that I will actually repurchase, that I think is awesome, great fragrances overall. I love them. So the first one that I will repurchase, even though I have it in a 200 milliliter bottle, this is the one and only Versace Eros Eau de Toilette. I don't know what it is with this fragrance, but it just works. Everyone knows it, everyone likes it, girls likes it,
guys likes it, dogs like it, ducks like it, astronauts like it.
Everyone likes this fragrance, and I even started to wearing this fragrance now in the recent weeks, even to the gym. And for a lot of people that might be a big no-no because, okay, this is sweet, typical clubbing fragrance, but you know, you can break the rules, you can do what you want. I don't really care when I should wear a fragrance. I just wear it whenever and wherever I want. I don't follow any rules, and neither should you. If you haven't at least tried this fragrance, do try it at least once, because I will really repurchase, because it's a safe fragrance for any type of situation. Even though I'm almost 35 years old, I think this makes me feel a little bit more energetic, a little bit more happy and easygoing than some other like gentleman type fragrances that is more maybe appropriate for a guy my age. Next up on this list will be a very inexpensive fragrance, but it is a great one. This is appropriate for these type of occasions when you are at sea, maybe out with a boat in the summertime. And this is called Nautica Voyage. It is a very fresh citrus-like blue fragrance that is really inexpensive. I think you can get it for around 20 bucks nowadays. So it's a great cheap alternative to some other really nice summer fragrances. It is a round fragrance, it's an easy to like fragrance, it's a super compliment getting fragrance that a lot of women love. Next up, guys, is my favorite winter fragrance that I wear a lot nowadays when the temperature is dropping here in Sweden. It is a classic, of course. The extreme version is even more hype than this one, but I like this better. I don't know, it's not so super cozy. I'm not so into this really super cozy vanilla type of fragrances. So this is of course Spice Bomb, the original from Viktor and Rolf. This is so good, it's a so good creation. This was a love at first sniff for me. I felt it on a friend who had it on him before I purchased it, and I just, what are you wearing? What's that good smell? But yeah, it's my fragrance, it's called Spice Bomb, you know, the original, so I gotta get this. This is a great fragrance for the autumn and winter time. If you don't really like these super heavy sweet fragrances like Spice Bomb Extreme, that it could be a little bit too overwhelming to wear all day like a work fragrance, this you can wear to work as well, and also to a date, also to a coffee break or whatever. Next up is a fresh and sweet fragrance that is the best bang for your buck in my collection, I think, and this is Versace Dylan Blue. I've been wearing this a lot in the past months that has gone by. Because nowadays I think I am a little bit more minimalistic fragrance enthusiast, in that sense that I don't really need some really complex and deep cool fragrances. I just basically have a rotation right now of five fragrances, maybe 6 fragrances sometimes that I really love. And the last one is a fragrance that I will definitely repurchase because I have a background with the original. I have a lot of good memories with the original, and of course I'm talking about Acqua di Gio from Armani. This is called Profondo. I go for the Profondo version instead of the Profumo, and Profumo might be a little bit more hyped than this one, but because I don't really care for the incense in the Profumo version, I think that this one is a better alternative. This is a little bit more mineral notes, more aquatic notes in this one, and I think this goes great for the summer, spring, and also you can wear this in the autumn time. Okay, so these ones are the ones I will repurchase. So which 5 will I not repurchase? I decided to not take with me 10 fragrances out here because I was afraid I'm gonna crash them. The first one that I will not repurchase, that is a super hyped fragrance, super popular because of Jeremy, and of course I'm talking about La Nuit de l'Homme. And for you guys that gets triggered by this opinion of mine, I don't say that this is a bad fragrance at all. I actually used it last year when I had Corona and I was super sick, and this made me feel better because it's a really relaxing and calm and seductive and cozy type of fragrance. But I think that if you have a cozier lifestyle than me, that you maybe are a guy who likes cuddling up with your girlfriend, maybe like read a book in a little corner, maybe have a blanket on you, and just you're very relaxed, you're easygoing, you're a very calm, collective guy, this might be a fragrance that is good for you. Or if you just like the spicier, warmer fragrances with a cozy touch to it, then you might love La Nuit. Another one is Light Blue Intense, the original fragrance that is also one of the golden childs in the fragrance community. And why I won't repurchase this is because I've noticed that I think it is pretty hard to pull off as an everyday fragrance. I just think that this fragrance is really good for the super casual occasions. And that super casual occasion is hanging out at the beach in the summertime. That's basically the only time I feel I can wear this as a almost 35-year-old man, because it's almost too like playful, like juvenile in some way. I will actually purchase Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue Forever instead, because last time I smelled that in the department store here in Sweden, I fell in love with it in an instant. I think that's the best flanker that they have came out with in the Dolce & Gabbana Light Blue line till this day. So that is a great fragrance. I really advise anyone to try the new Light Blue Forever instead. Another one is, of course, another super popular date fragrance, and that is Dolce & Gabbana The One, Eau de Parfum. I bought it, I gave it a shot, but I think it's too dense. Maybe it's just my skin chemistry, but I don't really love it that much. I've tried it a lot of times to wear it on dates and stuff, but I usually just get pretty annoyed after a while, and maybe that's because of my skin, or maybe that's because I don't really like these type of fragrances. I just have to like accept the fact that I'm more into maybe more easier to like fragrances. Maybe that's just me, but you are who you are and you shouldn't be ashamed of that. If you like fresh fragrances, you should just buy fresh fragrances. You don't have to buy sweet and winter fragrances if you don't want to. So I'm stopping to buy that again, but I will say that I like the original better actually, the Eau de Toilette version, the little lighter brown tint. So maybe I will buy that instead of the Eau de Parfum. Another fragrance that I won't really repurchase because I have this guy, and they're pretty similar in some way, but I think this is much better. And I'm talking about Ultra Male from Jean Paul Gaultier. You know, when you come up to the age of 30, 35, you don't go out as much as you did when you was younger in your mid-20s. And you guys know what I'm talking about. You don't have that energy, that drive. A lot of your friends have families, children, and all that stuff. So you don't really have the proper occasions to wear this fragrance, even though I think it's a good fragrance, and I got a great compliment last time I wore this to a party like 1.5 years ago. A girl said, "Oh, you smell really good. What is that?" Like she was all up in the scent, so to speak. So it is a compliment monster, and it is great to have when you are going out. But just my life situation right now, I think that I have great fragrances that could replace Ultra Male, that is a little bit more versatile for me personally. And that is, for example, the Eros. Another one is a classic fragrance. It's an old school fragrance. It might not be so hyped right now, but this comes and goes a little bit in top 10 lists, I feel. Sometimes people include it, maybe Jeremy or someone else, and sometimes it's not in a list at all. And it's Davidoff Cool Water. I think there are more better modern smelling fragrances in the same price range as Davidoff Cool Water. For example, Nautica Voyage or Perry Ellis 360 Red or Jaguar Pace. The original Davidoff Cool Water to me smells really, really outdated. That's just me. Maybe I have some bad memories. So that's the last fragrance that I won't really repurchase. Maybe I'm gonna give away my bottle. I have almost full Davidoff Cool Water bottle at home. I just bought it because I thought I needed it in my collection, but you don't really need fragrances that you don't use. You just need the fragrances that you really love and really make you feel something. So that's a thing that I want to end this video with a little bit of a statement. Be more minimalistic when it comes to your fragrance. Notice what fragrances in your collection that you really enjoy wearing. Notice what fragrances you maybe just bought because they were cool, you know, in the time of or in the heat of the moment. Maybe you saw it in one of my videos or some other reviewers and you thought, oh, this is really cool, he's hyping that, I have to buy it, I have to have it, you know. You don't really have to have any fragrance. So I really encourage anyone to maybe take a look if you have a bigger collection and maybe scale it down a bit and just have like maybe 5 to 10 fragrances that you really, really enjoy and you know they make you happy, they make you feel happy, because that's what everything is about in this hobby. This is just a hobby that should make you feel something, that should make you feel happy, invigorated and energetic when you have these type of scent, you know. It's like you're playing a song, you know. You don't have to have all the songs in the world to be happy. You just have to listen to what you really like and that, you know, that makes you happy. So have a more minimalistic approach maybe. So that was the video today, guys. Hope this could give you some type of information of what fragrances I like, and as I said before, if you don't agree with me, that's totally fine. We all have different tastes and opinions about fragrances. Hope you have a great day and I'll see you the next time.